RotoWire duo here with us, Paul Bruno and AJ Scholz. And speaking of duos, NHL opening face-off time. Only 2 games in the NHL tonight. So we're going to talk showdown contest, right? So who's your captain in Washington visiting the Oilers? A lot of big names to choose from. McDavid, an expensive $16,200 price tag above the goalies. So is it no Ovechkin or Draisaitl night to save a little bit here, Paul?
Yes, it is. You look at McDavid, for all his publicity, he looks like he's wearing the weight of the world on his shoulders. Doesn't he in the last 5 games? He's only got 3 points. That's very subpar for him. Draisaitl's outscoring him. But the guy that I like in this game is Alex Ovechkin. He will light it up tonight, I'm pretty sure. The Edmonton goaltending, very suspect all season long. And Ovi loves the spotlight. And with only 2 games on the schedule, he's going to be primed for a big night tonight. And he saw what Austin Matthews has been doing. He wants to close that gap, too, in the NHL goal scoring race.
All right, AJ, what do you think? Do you want to go with Ovechkin in the captain spot? He's going to be $14,400.
We'll leave it to Paul to figure out a way to mention Matthews on a slate that doesn't include Toronto. Somehow it just magically came up. But he is right. Ovechkin is the way to go tonight. It is due to the net minding problems in Edmonton, which have been long-standing issues for them. Honestly, in this one, I don't know that I touch either of the goalies when building my lineup, much less using them as captain. Vanacek has been decent of late, but even if McDavid is down a little bit, he's still getting points. Draisaitl is still there. There's plenty of offense still coming, so I would fade both of them. And a lot of that, you look at the total on the DK Sportsbook, it's sitting at 6.5 for a reason. There's going to be goals in this one. Take Ovechkin and probably avoid the netminders here.
Yo, AJ, how about a captain for Montreal and Vancouver?
Yeah, look, the Canucks over the last 2 weeks have had the second best offense in the NHL at 4.8 goals per game. JT Miller has led the way in shots over that stretch, but I actually prefer to save a little bit and go with Brock Besser instead here. He has been, putting plenty of shots during the last 2 weeks himself. Really, this power play in its entirety has been converting at over 38% over the last 2 weeks. I would just try and get as many shares of it as you can into your showdown lineup here. The reason I use Besser over Miller is because of the price tag. If you save a little bit by going with Brock Besser, then you can get Miller in the back end and really just stack as much of this power play as you possibly can.
All right, Paul, what are you going to do here? What's your strategy at captain?
I like where AJ's heading on this one. I'm going to take JT Miller, $15,000 the price tag. He's got 17 points, leading all the big shooters of late. And I guess we have to say something about the Montreal goaltending. It's been improved of late, but it's still not anything that I think is going to prevent the Vancouver Canucks from putting up a few goals at least tonight and winning this one going away, I'm predicting. On the other side of the coin, though, if you believe in what Montreal's doing of late, how can you avoid some talk about Cole Caufield? He's got 13 points in his last 10 games and looks totally rejuvenated under coach Marty St. Louis. I think he's the one that's benefited the most from that relationship. So it's got to be one of those 2 guys to captain your squad in this game, I think.
All right, over on the sportsbook, which bet are you looking at in the Capitals-Oilers game, Paul?
I'm thinking it's a goal fest tonight, Jesse, in Edmonton, and I'm going to go to the alternate line. I love doing this for the bigger payoff. 7.5 is the line for a plus 225. I think the clubs are going to combine easily for at least 8 this evening with all the firepower on display. So look forward to that one, and we'll see how it goes.
AJ, what do you think? Goal total is 6.5 in this one.
Yeah, I like that call. I think you could just take the regular goal total, take the over there. You're still getting decent value on that one. I don't mind giving up that extra goal that Paul mentioned, but really, just take the Caps straight up on the money line at plus 110 here. They are coming into a back-to-back after a tough game going up against the Flames last night, but they've got 3 wins in a row here. Meanwhile, Edmonton has dropped 3 straight, including to a pair of non-playoff teams in Chicago and Montreal. So I don't really trust the Oilers in this one, mostly because of their goaltending. And so, yeah, I like the over and Caps on the money line.
All right, AJ, favorite bet for Canadians and Canucks?
Well, look, I mentioned how good that power play has been for Vancouver. So really, I like the idea of going player prop here, taking JT Miller, Quinn Hughes, and Brock Besser all to snag a power play point that's going to get you plus 140, plus 130, and plus 220 respectively. And if you want to get a little better odds here, I don't mind taking a sprinkle of Quinn Hughes to score a goal. Comes in at plus 390. It's not exactly what he's known for. He's more of an assist guy on that power play. But again, it's been so good. They're going up against a woefully inept defensive team. And so I'll go player props on this one all day.
All right, Paul, player prop department, or you want goal total, puck line, money line?
I'm going to take the under on this one, guys. I like the Canucks in this one, but I don't think that the teams are going to blow each other out the rink. Plus 100 is the payoff there, and I think that Vancouver's goaltending goes a long way to getting us to that result. And an individual play that AJ didn't mention, I like the way Elias Pettersson is playing, so I pick him to play a strong game, continuing a streak that's seen him get 13 points in the last 10 games. Pick him to score a goal to collect on some money there too.